What happens now determines what happens to the rest of the world.
You will not be able to stay home, brother. You will not be able to plug in, turn on, and cop out. Wakanda forever!
Black Panther well on its way to a $1 billion worldwide box office, but will Wakanda Forever translate into a new era of more minorities in big-budget films, both on screen and behind the camera?
Rachel Miller is the co-founder of Film2Future, a nonprofit organization aimed at getting more young people of color through the door and into paid internships and jobs at entertainment companies like Shondaland and Netflix. Good morning, Rachel. Good to see you.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So Black Panther, a huge success at the box office and with the international audiences as well. There's some belief people will say, oh, you know, black films don't travel well. Well, that wouldn't be the case with Black Panther because it's huge everywhere.
I think that lie can kind of be put to rest right now. I think kind of, you know, looking at Black Panther and Get Out and all these movies, Moonlight, are doing incredibly well overseas. I think that's kind of a bit of a, you know, an old idea that I think we've put to rest.
But this was a racist sentiment that existed for a very long time.
Yeah, I mean, here's what I think. Hollywood is very reactionary, right? And a lot of times it's easier to kind of respond to something than take new risks, especially with $200 million. It's a lot of money. So I think, you know, you just needed that first one to break the mold, and now you just can't say it anymore. We have proof.
Do you think that it's part of a larger sea change in the industry, or is it the beginning? Where are we in the process?
100% it's a sea change. If you look at, again, all these movies, Coco, A Wrinkle of Time that's coming out soon, Moonlight, Get Out, these movies are just exploding, and I think people, and it's clearly being, you know, brought out in the box office, people want to see themselves. I don't think that you can go backwards, you can just go forwards.
But do you think all minorities are participating in that sea change? I mean, all groups?
I mean, not yet, because there hasn't been that movie, but I think it will happen. You know, I think our program is 80% Latino, right? I think that we're going to start seeing everyone represented. I mean, look at, you know, it's starting with one, it's starting with Black Panther and A Wrinkle in Time, but I'm sure there's going to be a huge movie that hasn't come out yet with the great Latino lead character.
The industry has changed. They sometimes call, you know, Netflix and Amazon disruptors of the industry, right? Doing things differently. Do you think they're going to force Hollywood to become more inclusive?
Yeah.
Companies like that?
So the interesting thing that I think about Netflix and Amazon and Hulu is that there's an insatiable need for them for content, right? They don't have one slot to fill. They have infinite needs, so they're able to take more and more risks for shows like, shows like Master of None and Transparent and Handmaid's Tale, and those shows do so well, it's forcing the networks to follow.
When you talk to these executives, or when you're trying to bring about this more inclusive sort of movement, is it, I know that many of them are receptive to the talk of it, but are they walking the walk, as it were?
I think everyone's trying. I think change takes a long time, right? I think we need more and more people on the studio side, on the marketing side, on the below the line, right? You need everyone committed, and it takes time to move the boat, right? But it will happen. We are seeing it happen. It's just going to take a minute to fill those slots where you really see change, right? It has to come from the top. It has to come from everyone really caring, and you need people in those top slots that care.
Yeah.
And also people that aren't in the industry, how they can affect change by being the viewer, right? By being the person that goes to the movies and contributes that way.
100%. Everyone should see Black Panther. I'm not involved, but everyone should go see it. Exactly. Look, the more people watching Empire or Blackish or Fresh Off the Boat or any of these shows, the more we're going to see networks do shows like that because they're getting good ratings.
And with the films go opening weekend, because that really resonates with executives. What are some of the things that you are doing with your group?
So our nonprofit, I am obsessed with this idea of really working with high school students. So by the time they're 18, they're competitive, either to go to film school or to get a job in the entertainment industry. So we do everything from making shorts to resume writing to college essay review to mentorship. So this year we are going to do a virtual reality program, which I'm really excited about. So our students will have 5 virtual reality shorts that they can put on their resume.
Well, that's great.
Great.
More information, you can check out film2future.com. You can also follow them on social media to learn more about them. Rachel Miller, thank you.
Thanks
For having
being
me.
here. Good to see you.
Appreciate it.